Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Morning Pond Thoughts. So these are my thoughts this morning. All right. So basically, I heard that the Pepe the Frog movie is coming out September 4th, and I make a cameo in this film. And so I'm glad on the basis that I have at least some appearance in this film, that the reviews have all seemed to be pretty decent. It seems like the movie isn't crappy. But then also on the flip hand side, I saw like a screenshot of a leak, and I guess it's like 80 minutes long. So, I guess it makes sense why they pretty much cut most of what I had in the movie out. Because we filmed twice. We filmed first in spring of 2018 out in California, and then they hit me up in the fall of 2018 and just came to me to just do a little more filming, it seemed like at the time, but now it just seems like that little bit more they did in late 2018 kind of is just going to be like all what's in it. Now, I haven't actually seen the movie. They might have sent me a copy that I never really noticed. I don't know. We kind of fell off with communication at some point. But anyway, I guess for better or worse, maybe the fact that I'm not in, 20 or 30 minutes or however long much of the movie of me talking about all my image board experience that we filmed in 2018. I mean, hey, listen, I know how it can be with editing and everything, and I remember originally the movie was supposed to wrap up filming in summer of 2018, and I think it went on much longer than that, so all I know is whatever they did, it's getting a lot of high marks, so you know what, good on them. I'm happy to hear that everything's turning out okay, even if I'm not going to be a big movie star, but hey, at least, I could say, hey, they tapped me to speak a little bit. I don't remember what, I guess I'll just have to see when the movie comes out, but hey, whatever, it's all good, so that's that. But I also wanted to say, I'm very thankful to everybody that's really rocking with these new cooking videos. That's just something I kind of brainstormed up the other day, and obviously that first one that I did, was heavily inspired by some of the cooking channels that I like to watch on YouTube regularly anyway. But just to, wake up and be like, all right, I'm going to just see what's up. Let's just try this out. Let's just see how this comes together, Let's just see what happens if I throw down and, what's going to happen? What's this going to be? Let's see. Let's check it out. And really, I mean, that goes for just about anything that I have done, in terms of music, in terms of content, it's not really I didn't sit and brainstorm all the finest camera angles and all the most polished critical research in the film field or whatever. I'm just like, hey, I'm just gonna sit down, and I heard this is kind of how you do this, and this is kind of how you do that, so I'm just gonna sit down and throw down and see what happens. Shit, that's what I did with Egg Wars. Let's see what happens. This is better than nothing, right? If you're not doing anything, if you're all the way at the very bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. If you're trying to do something and you've never done it, and whatever you do is going to be total shit, at least you can gauge just how shit it's going to be. You know what I mean? You could, you gotta learn to crawl, you gotta learn to walk. You don't wake up one day and start sprinting. You gotta say, all right, so this is a leg and this is a foot, and what am I going to do with this? You know what I mean? But yeah, I think I've got the vision kind of in my head now. Sorry, I said look behind me because the dog was walking and I thought he might have knocked over my sip. It's early. I just woke up, walked down to yonder pond, and I had to get a little bit of that caffeination situation going on. No talkie till I've had my sippy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but really, and even beyond entertainment or what have you, really, when I got into cooking, that was the same thing, Shit, I tell you, I was the worst cook. The worst. I don't even remember all what I was doing in the, those old Cooking with Eggy GoPro videos from 2017. I remember there was one that was scrambled eggs. I think I baked zucchini, but I mean, like, with those, you know, not too much glitz and glamour, you know, scrambled eggs, okay? Literally anyone that could move a spatula with their arm could make scrambled eggs, you know? That's about the height of my culinary talent at that time, as it were. But, you know, when I decided to do up my first steak, when I decided to butter baste my first steak back, like, last year, it was around this time last year, I think, that I really started trying to get into it, or really gave it a fair shake. That's pretty much what it was. I was like, all right, here's a steak. I remember the first steak I bought, it was like a pre-seasoned steak, because it was a steak that was like half off, and I was like, all right, you know what, and this is already pre-seasoned, so I'm not going to be able to mess the seasoning up at all. I'm just going to buy this pre-seasoned steak, and I'm going to throw it in this pan, and I'm going to see what happens, you know. And I've grilled, you know, also, you know, there's other things that I've done, and we're going to get into that in the cooking videos. I have plans for, you know, some wider variety of things to do. But that's pretty much just what it was, you know. I was like, all right, well, let's see what happens. The steak might touch the pan and just spontaneously combust. Oh, what is this? Big old log? Oh, my goodness. This is supposed to be cozy. All right. Come on. I was going to throw it for you, but... All right, you're heating my energy. You're going to kind of just go do your thing over there. Okay, anyway. But, I mean, shit. That's what it was. You know, when I went to some of the baking, the next one of these baking videos I have coming up, it's going to be turnovers. And really, when you think about it, the turnovers are not too easy to mess up, in all honesty. But who knows? I mean, I might be biased. I might have some inherent, you know, cooking brain power that I know how to seal some pastry together with a little bit of egg wash. You know, maybe, who knows? Maybe I'm taking that for granted. And in fact, maybe all of us have some potential or have some kind of something about ourselves that we take for granted. I mean, there's a lot of fucking stupid people out here, don't get me wrong. I mean, listen, of course I got love for everybody as well, because I'm not going to hate on anybody if they don't hate on me. You know, I like to, you know, in my life, I've been very ugly. In my life, I've been very stupid, and I have found that it's not a particularly wise idea in that situation, kind of being a little bit dumber and stupider than maybe some people, or maybe a lot of people, whatever the case might be, to make enemies. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's better, I've found, to share the love. I mean, obviously, you know, not for everybody, you know, you gotta play a little smart there, but in general, you know, I don't like to be an abrasive, you know, maybe I was when I was younger, you know, maybe I was more of an asshole, you know, whatever, but I've found that, you know, it's good to be humble. It's good to be humble, because sometimes when you're not humble, someone will humble you. And that is a good thing that I always like to keep in mind. But anyway, so yes, my thoughts this morning, I feel like, you know, sometimes in life, you gotta just take the leap of faith. You know what? I mean, shit. Back before they invented the airplane, which, by the way, I've come to the conclusion that, you know, did you know that back when they made, like, the airplane and the train and everything like that, they were like, oh my goodness, the airplane is a tool of the devil. The locomotive is a tool of the devil. The telegraph is a tool of the devil. When I thought about these things, I was like, you know, honestly, when you think about it, there probably was right. Yeah, you know, I mean, shout out to transportation. I'm not trying to hate on transportation and communication, because it's done some good things for me. Okay, but at the same time, you know, if are we with our brains, are our brains more satisfied to be bombarded with nonstop communication and mass media 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you know, and we got to fly across the whole world for business every week, and we got to whatever, or would we be happier in a one floor, one bedroom shack on the prairie, reading our Bibles and smoking our tobacco pipe and things like that, you know? So it's like, all right, you know, I mean, listen, I see the good, but I also see the message that people had, you know, 100 years ago. But anyways, back to my original point. You know, when they were doing the flying machine, you had guys that would just, like, you know, they basically just put a like some fucking membrane on sticks to catch some air, and they would just like jump off of like hills and stuff and see, you know, and they got some gliding going on. I mean, at the time, you know, that sounded really, really stupid, but, you know, sometimes a stupid idea can be stupidly brilliant if you can manage to, you know, piece the vision together. So I'm out here, I'm going to keep trying to piece my vision together, you know. A lot of days I don't have a vision. A lot of days I wake up and I look in the mirror and I go, holy fuck, you know, what is life anyway, man? What is this stuff, man? I'm going crazy out here. The world's so crazy. But when you see that puzzle piece, like when I was watching that virtual dog girl YouTuber playing Banjo-Kazooie the other day, and I think in that game, like, you know how Super Mario has stars? We like gotta get the star for the level. I think Banjo-Kazooie has puzzle pieces, if I remember right. Was that why they chose the puzzle piece to represent autism? I don't know. But anyway, sometimes when you see that puzzle piece floating on the 3D platform that's going up and down, and you got to do the double jump, backflip, tailspin, you know, pixel perfect just to reach that ledge and pull yourself up and grab that puzzle piece, you know what? Sometimes we got to make that attempt. Shit might not work out. You might be like me, and you might be just getting this grasp on when you're going on 30 years old, you know. Because you've been clouded by so much pain and so much, you know, disillusionment, such distrust of so many things, and the disheartening experiences of failure. But as I've said in the past, I mean, you know, you can be a piece of shit, absolute worthless failure motherfucker to the fullest, but if you wake up and draw breath, it's like, well, here we are. You know, the stage has commenced, regardless of whether we are doing our little ditty or not, whether we're gonna get up and, you know, get our groove on. Shit, the music's playing either way, brother. It's up to you. You know, are you gonna go out and give it a little jig, or are you gonna keep sleeping and just listen to it? You know, what's the plan? All right. Well, I actually have another episode that I filmed before. I'll probably upload that one too. It was just kind of, I don't know, I felt like it was a little preachy, or I don't know, but, you know, we're always our own worst critics. We're always our own worst critics, and I especially have always hated myself, so fuck, I know how that is. But with that being said, you know what? Take a chance on life today, brother. And yeah, there's a few chicks out there too, so yeah, you chicks, you know what? I'm a fair and balanced type of guy, so you know what? You do your thing too. You know, as long as you're not selling your asshole on the internet for $5 a month, you know what? I'll probably give you the cosign. I'll probably give you a thumbs up and say, hey, you know what? Do your thing. All right, I better throw this stick for this dog. He's waiting on me. So until next time, my friends, take care. Much love. Many blessings to you and your families in these trying times. And hopefully you reciprocate a little bit of that my way, because we can always use a little bit of good energy in our lives. All right. Much love. Take care. I'll see you next time.